Today we'll be talking about Kyogre, the final Water-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 3. Primal Kyogre is the heaviest pure Water-type Pokemon as of the filming of this. Its previous PYC dates are March 14th, 1997, January 3rd, 2000, October 24th, 2002, August 14th, 2005, June 4th, 2008, March 26th, 2011, January 14th, 2014, November 4th, 2016, August 26th, 2019, and June 16th, 2022. Being that it's the blue and water type of the super ancient Pokemon, it's my favorite of the trio. It helps that I played Pokemon Sapphire growing up. I like its design. Its almost whale-like design is fitting for a legendary Pokemon. I also like the design of Primal Kyogre, particularly the colors, which I like more than Kyogre's, as they feel softer than the stark blue and red. I'm not sure why Primal Kyogre and Groudon use Primal instead of Mega, particularly since Rayquaza's alternate form is called Mega Rayquaza instead of Primal Rayquaza. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Kyogre, the Sea Basin Pokemon, whose number is 0382. This is Kyogre, this is what it looks like. This is Primal Kyogre, this is what it looks like. Its type is Water. Abilities, Drizzle is Kyogre, and Primordial Sea is Primal Kyogre. Gender ratios, gender unknown. Catch rate is 3 or 1.6%. Breedings, egg group, no eggs discovered. Hatch time 120 cycles. Egg not obtainable. As Kyogre, it's 14 foot and 9 inches, or 4.5 meters, and 776 pounds, or 352 kilograms. As Primal Kyogre, it's 32 feet, 2 inches, or 9.8 meters, and 948 pounds, or 430 kilograms. Basic experience skills 218 in Gen 3 through 4, and 302 and 5+. Leveling rate is slow. Yield is 3, and special attack. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is blue, and base friendship is 0. Kyogre is a water-type legendary Pokemon introduced in Gen 3. While it is not known to evolve into or from any other Pokemon, Kyogre can undergo primal reversion and become Primal Kyogre if it holds the blue orb. Kyogre possesses the ability to expand the oceans. In ancient times, it came into conflict with Groudon, a Pokemon with the ability to expand continents. In Pokemon Sapphire, Emerald, and Alpha Sapphire, Kyogre is sought after by Team Aqua as part of their plot to create more habitats for aquatic Pokemon by raising the sea level. Kyogre is the game mascot of Pokemon Sapphire and its remake, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, appearing on the box art of both games in its normal and primal forms, respectively. Along with Groudon and Rayquaza, Kyogre is one of the super ancient Pokemon. Biology, Kyogre is a massive whale-like Pokemon with 2 big pectoral fins, each with 4 white square-shaped nails. It has a deep blue body and a white chin area with 2 small spikes protruding under it. Above each eye are 2 white oval-shaped spots. Kyogre has red stripes around its chin, eyes, dorsal fins, and torso. These stripes glow when Kyogre is brimming with power. The tail is tattered with 4 trailing parts, with the inner ones being smaller than the outer. Its eyes are small, yellow, and shadowed with black. Kyogre is believed to be the personification of the sea itself, and is also described in mythology as the creator of the world's ocean. Kyogre is an immensely powerful Pokemon, having control over the water and being capable of creating a huge rain cloud that had slowly spread out to the whole world, eventually drowning it completely. As Kyogre slumbers in Seafloor Cavern, it is encased in a layer of rock that'll be shattered away if it is awakened by the blue or red orb. It is said to have expanded the seas by summoning heavy rainstorms and massive tidal waves to raise the sea levels. So you can see Kyogre slumbering in Seafloor Cavern. Kyogre is hailed as a savior for quenching areas of the world plagued with drought. Kyogre is normally calm and peaceful, but if it encounters its rival, Groudon, Kyogre will engage in a cataclysmic battle against it. Said battle can only be stopped by the intervention of Rayquaza. Kyogre is known to enter a deep slumber after said clash with Groudon. Kyogre is able to fly when it has no water to swim in. Kyogre can attack its foes with countless beams of light that glow a deep and brilliant blue. Kyogre generally lives deep in the oceans and is said to rest in a deep trench. Kyogre loves Kyogre treats made by Snacksworth, who once encountered it in the past. Kyogre is the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Origin Pulse. Prior to Gen 5, Drizzle was a signature move. Forms, Kyogre can undergo primal reversion and become Primal Kyogre. Primal Kyogre retains its general body structure, but grows to more than double the size of its base form. Its main skin color becomes a darker shade of blue, the red markings along its body become light blue, and its eyes glow yellow with orange irises and orange-red pupils. The markings on its pectoral fin slightly change to form alpha symbols, which connect to its outer nails with red markings connecting the inner nails. Every part of its skin that was white in its base form becomes clear and translucent, with the large ovals on its head now connected to clear markings stretching from its tail to its forehead, where another alpha symbol is formed. The trailing parts of its tail grow longer and gain translucent webbing, and the areas between its pectoral fin markings also become clear. The translucent parts of its body reveal organ-like structures that glow with a mysterious light. It has a large organ at the center of its body, 2 smaller ones aligned with the large oval markings, and 2 more located in its pectoral fins. The primal form of Kyogre is said to be Kyogre's true and original form, and is at its full power when in the primal state. Primal Kyogre received its name from the ancient people of Hoenn, who it tormented in the past. Primal Kyogre's ability to expand the sea is increased by the full power of nature. In the Mega Evolution Pokédex short, Primal Kyogre is said to have widened the seas by a large margin simply by taking a swim. Its body matches the composition of seawater, while skin glows similarly to that of a sapphire. With its weather-manipulating powers, it can nullify fire-type moves. Primal Kyogre was formed from the natural primal energy that existed in Hoenn's ancient past. It feeds on that same energy so it can maintain its primal form in the present day, after it was undone in the past by Mega Rayquaza. Due to the lack of primal energy in the surface, it is forced to find a source underground, like the stones in the Cave of Origin, allowing it to undergo a primal reversion. Primal Kyogre, along with Primal Groudon, have the power to disrupt the planet's balance with the risk of it being destroyed. Primal Kyogre is the only known Pokemon with Primordial Sea as its ability. They've got Primal Kyogre here, got May riding Kyogre, and encountering Primal Kyogre. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire. Kyogre is the focus of the second bonus field on the Sapphire field. Kyogre will first use sheer cold to freeze the ball in place. It will then create whirlpools to trap the ball further. Finally, it will dive into the water to evade being hit completely. However, air bubbles will appear where it is about to rise out of the water. Kyogre must be hit 15 times in 3 minutes to win. After beating the round twice, Kyogre will be captured. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, Explorers of Darkness. Kyogre is the guardian of the Aqua-Monica. Pokédex entries in Gen 3 and Ruby. Kyogre has the power to create massive rain clouds that cover the entire sky and bring about torrential downpours. His Pokemon saved people who were suffering from droughts. Sapphire. Kyogre is named in mythology as the Pokemon that expanded the sea by covering the land with torrential rains and towering tidal waves. It took to sleep after a cataclysmic battle with Groudon. Emerald. Kyogre has appeared in mythology as the creator of the sea. After long years of feuding with Groudon, it took to sleep at the bottom of the sea. Fire Red and Leaf Green. This Pokemon is said to have expanded the sea by bringing heavy rains. It has the power to control water. In Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it is said to have widened the seas by causing downpours. It had been asleep in a marine trench. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. A mythical Pokemon said to have swelled the seas with rain and tidal waves. It battled with Groudon. The Gen 5 Pokédex entries are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. In Gen 6, X is basically Heart Gold and Soul Silvers, but Groudon is not the correct casing. Y is Diamond, Pearl, Platinum in the Gen 5 entries. Omega Ruby. Through primal reversion, and with nature's full power, it will take back its true form. It can summon storms that cause the sea levels to rise. Alpha Sapphire. Kyogre is said to be the personification of the sea itself. Legends tell of its many clashes against Groudon, as each sought to gain the power of nature. The Gen 8 Pokédex entries is Diamond and Pearl counterpart. Game locations, side game locations, events, held items, and events. It has the Water Gem 100% of the time, Choice Scarf 100% of the time, and Gold Bottle Cap 100% of the time. Stats, base stats. We'll compare Kyogre and Primal Kyogre. HP 100, that stays the same. Attack 100, that goes up to 150. Defense 90, that stays the same. Special Attack 150, that goes up to 180. Special Defense 140, that goes up to 160. Speed 90, that stays the same. So this one has a total of 670, this one has a total of 770. Pokeathlon stats. Type Effectiveness Item is damaged normally by normal, fighting, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, ghost, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to grass and electric for double, immune to nothing, resistant to steel, fire, water, and ice all for half. Learn set by leveling up. 1. Origin Pulse, Water Pulse, Ancient Power, Body Slam, and Scary Face. 9. Aqua Tail, 18. Calm Mind, 27. Muddy Water, 36. Ice Beam, 45. Sheer Cold, 54. Aqua Ring, 72 Hydro Pump, 81 Double Edge, and 90 Water Spout. By TM001 Takedown, 6 Scary Face, 7 Protect, 11 Water Pulse, 22 Chilling Water, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 34 Icy Wind, 36 Rock Tomb, 46 Avalanche, 47 Endure, 50 Rain Dance, 58 Brick Break, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 77 Waterfall, 82 Thunder Wave, 85 Rest, 86 Rock Slide, 99 Iron Head, 103 Substitute, 110 Liquidation, 121 Heavy Slam, 123 Surf, 126 Thunderbolt, 129 Calm Mind, 130 Helping Hand, 135 Ice Beam, 142 Hydro Pump, 143 Blizzard, 149 Earthquake, 152 Giga Impact, 163 Hyper Beam, 166 Thunder, 171 Terra Blast, 172 Roar, 204 Double Edge, 208 Whirlpool, and 209 Muddy Water. By breeding, there's nothing. Side game data for Kyogre. I got all this. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Kyogre is a legendary Pokemon that attacks with a succession of giant waves. Got all this. Primal Kyogre. You got all this. Form data, Primal Kyogre. Primal Kyogre is an additional form for a Kyogre that is the result of undergoing primal reversion. If Kyogre is sent into battle while holding a blue orb, it will change into Primal Kyogre. It only loses its form when the battle ends. Primal Kyogre is only available in Pokemon Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. It was removed in Gen 8 along with Mega Evolution. Kyogre, Blue Orb, Primal Kyogre. Primal Kyogre differs from Kyogre in its base stats, ability, and cry. Evolution data, it's just Kyogre. Sprites here, so it looks a little bit different blue, a lot more squished. That's interesting. Pink for the shiny. Gen 4 is a lot wider in every way, pretty much. Gen 5 here, you got the full back sprites. Color slightly different blue, I think. Sort of a pinkish purple now. In Gen 6, you get the models. Yeah, then you got, the Primal Kyogre here model, Pretty good adaptation, I'd say. Then you got Shiny Kyogre and Shiny Primal Kyogre. Oh, it's black and yellow, interesting. Gen 7, not much changes, I don't think. Yeah, pretty much the same. Homes, you got these. It's got pink fingertips instead of white, that's interesting. And pink instead of, the red part. In animation, Kyogre and Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of Sea. Kyogre, Pokemon the series, Ruby and Sapphire is one of the big ones. The other big one is Kyogre, Pokemon the series XY. Primal Kyogre and Pokemon the series XY. Others, you got this. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire anime trailer. Pokemon Generations, Kyogre and Pokemon Generations. Primal Kyogre and Pokemon Generations. Gotcha. Pokemon Evolutions, Primal Kyogre and Pokemon Evolutions. In the manga. Kyogre and Pokemon Adventures, Primal Kyogre and Pokemon Adventures. This. The TCG. The TFG. Other appearances, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. After being released from a Pokeball, Kyogre opens its mouth and squirts out a stream of water. The water is non-damaging, but causes characters to be knocked back with extreme force. Touching Kyogre's body will do damage. Kyogre also appears as a trophy. Kyogre in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Trophy information. A sea basin Pokemon. It brought down heavy rains, which formed seas and relieved droughts. It is usually found slumbering at the bottom of an ocean trench. Its attack, Sheer Cold, is a technique so powerful, it causes any opponent it strikes to faint instantly. In battle, it causes clouds to form and drenches the area in rain. It once had a fierce battle with Groudon. Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS/Wii U. Kyogre returns as a Pokeball summon with faster movement as well as a longer time and more KO ability. In these games, it can also appear from a Master Ball. Kyogre also appears as a trophy in both versions of the game. So we've got Kyogre Trophy in Super Smash Bros. For 3DS. Trophy information in the North American version. This water-type Pokemon roughly resembles an orca whale, though its large fins also look a bit like hands. Be wary of its Hydro Pump attack, which is capable of sending you flying off the stage. Even worse, it will chase after you, making it even harder to recover from the attack. In the PAL version, this orca-like water-type Pokemon is known for the distinctive shape of its fins and the red markings along its body. It will use Hydro Pump to send fighters flying off the stage, and then proceed to chase after them to make recovering from the attack a nightmare. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Kyogre returns as a Pokeball summon, retaining its behavior from past games. It, along with Primal Kyogre, also appear as spirits. Trivia: Kyogre's special attack and special defense and defense stats are the reverse of Groudon's. Prior to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Kyogre has a catch rate of 5. Spencer has a staff with Kyogre's markings on it. Primal Kyogre has the highest base special attack stat, base special defense stat, and base stat total of all Water-type Pokemon. In Pokemon Battle Revolution, Marina has a costume based on Kyogre. So you can see Marina's Kyogre costume here. In Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, a Kyogre that knows Surf will allow the player to surf more quickly than with other Pokemon, except for Sharpedo. This action has its own animation and larger hitbox. Additionally, a Kyogre that knows Dive will allow the player to avoid underwater trainer battles. This action also has its own animation and a larger hitbox. Origin: Kyogre may be a personification of the Earth's oceans. Its conflict with Groudon is similar to that of Leviathan and Behemoth, who would start a battle that would kill them both at the end of time. Like Kyogre, Leviathan is associated with the sea, and the Hebrew word for Leviathan is now used for whales in modern Hebrew, which may be why Kyogre's appearance also draws inspiration from cetaceans, especially the orca. However, Leviathan does not resemble Kyogre in traditional depictions. The patterns on Kyogre and Primal Kyogre's fins appear similar to the first letter of the Greek alphabet Alpha, which might signify the origin of life, believed to have started in the oceans. May also signify the opposition to Groudon's Omega. Name origin: Kyogre is a combination of Kai, sea, or Kyo, king of the sea, and ogre. It may also involve orca, killer whale. In other languages, related articles, references, external links to the legendary Pokemon, and the Mega Evolutions, and the Super Smash Bros. Series. Let's move on. Now let's watch Kyogre's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching Jirachi Wishmaker. In this film, the narrator is explaining the role of the Pokemon more towards the beginning of the movie. There's Kyogre.
There are over 300 known species that continuously add to the Pokemon lore.
And that is Kyogre's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Kyogre. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. No, we sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Kyogre. This is Kyogre by Anno Curry. So it's this Primal Kyogre here with a bunch of other Gen 3 Water-type Pokemon. You've got Wailord in the background, Whiscash, Barboach, a few Barboach in the background as well, Lovedisk, a few Lovedisk in the background as well, Feebas, Milotic, Gorobus, and Clamperl here. Very well done. This is Kyogre by Arvalis, so we've done this one before, but we can do it again. If you don't know, Arvalis helped work on the Detective Pikachu movie, so it's kind of fun to see their version of Kyogre here. I like that it lights up. So yeah, we got Kyogre in the center and seems to be eating a Tentacool. We got a Sharpedo and an Amistar here, and a few Jellicent and Frillish here, with both male and female. That's fun. So I think maybe it's from 2015. I can't really tell. Oh, it says Kyogre, number 382, Sea Basin Pokemon, ability Drizzle, height 14 foot 9 inches, length 50 feet. This is Primal Kyogre by Angry Aaron. This is nice, simple Primal Kyogre image. This is Primal Lord's Wallpaper by Renee Polumorphos. So, yeah, you got this, it's like a desktop wallpaper that's meant to be Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon here. Kind of fun. And we've got Kyogre Playmat by Seadraz. This would be a daily deviation. There seems to be a few other Pokemon. We've got some Wailord in the background, Wishy-Washy, Alomomola, Clamperl, Gorobus, Corsola. Maybe a couple others, I can't really tell. Yeah. Very well done. Then we've got Kyogre and Groudon by Blue Commodore, so this nice image of a Primal Kyogre to Primal Groudon. Yeah, very fun. Then we've got Kyogre by the Blue Wind. So we've got this Kyogre here, and I guess a trainer. And I think Samurott here, I guess trying to catch the Kyogre, that's fun. So this is Let There Be Light by Hachel, so we got a bunch of these legendary Pokemon with Arceus in the middle. Palkia, Dialga, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Mew, Celebi, Thundurus, Landorus, and Tornadus. White Kyurem, Black Kyurem, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Giratina, Xerneas, and Yveltal here. Very nice art. I like the kind of flame effect. Yeah, it's very well done. Then we've got Kyogre by Miyu, 490. So this nice sort of Chinese art-inspired Kyogre image here. We've got all these people on this boat, and it's... and we can attack it, I guess. Very well done. And we've got Kyogre by Aocom. So this nice Kyogre image here. I like all the blues. Then we've got Kyogre Water Spout by Ishman. So it's just Kyogre using Water Spout, I guess. It's very interesting. This doesn't contain a Kyogre, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 7 p.m. CDT, Central Daylight Time, where I'll be trying to catch Snorunt, Bagon, Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Latios, and Kyogre. Get Beldum, and evolve Snorunt into Glalie, Bagon all the way to Salamence, and Beldum all the way to Metagross. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Groudon. As always, this is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.